y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be giving advice to all the girls out there who are struggling to deal with what we have been unfortunately gifted with, these men. You know, a lot of them are not giving what they're supposed to be giving. So I've come here to help us girls deal with these men who don't know how to be men. They're walking around here like some little boys. So I'm here to fix that, because some of us girls have made a lot of mistakes dealing with these men, and it's really unfair. Honestly, it's unfortunate. It's so sad. I see it every day with my friends, family members. In general, I hear so many stories, and it's like, no, we shouldn't be putting up with the stuff we're putting up with. So that's what I'm here today to help y'all with. If you can't wait for this video and you really need it right now, and it's like this, you feel like this is a sign from God, stay tuned for more and all these tips from me. My very first mistake I feel like us girls make is we always think that everything is a sign that a guy is doing. Like everything is a sign from the universe that y'all should be together. He's giving so many signs, so many this, so many that, and it's like, no, he's not giving you signs. He's just being who he is. He's just really nice, sweetheart. He's not flirting with you. He's not treating you different from how he's treating everybody else. That's just who he is. It's not a sign. I feel like we use signs as an excuse as to why we're chasing somebody we shouldn't be chasing, and that's just period. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I feel like we overthink dudes' actions all the time, and really they're not doing anything out of the ordinary. Like they're just doing basic things, but we kind of like fall at the knees because they're doing basic things. Like they hold the door for us. Oh my gosh, they're in love with us. No, they should hold the door for us. A basic human being should hold the door open for you when you're walking to the door. Like it does not mean they have some kind of romantic interest to you. And I feel like us girls sometimes get those things twisted, and we sometimes think way too into things, like way too deep into people's actions and what things might mean. Not everything means something. Sometimes people are just doing things just to do it. You know what I mean? Like, do not take everything literal. Like, don't pick apart everything a dude says to you. Don't freaking put it in a folder in your mind to remember it next time to be trying to connect dots. Like, no. Have y'all seen He's Just Not That Into You? Honey, maybe he's just not that into you. There's literally a scene where the main character is putting pieces together, trying to connect the dots as to why this dude likes her, and he doesn't. And he literally told her to her face, like, you sound crazy. Why are you connecting dots that don't exist? Like, let's stop playing connect the dots and let's just let these dudes go. Also, just because he's a certain zodiac sign, I'm gonna say it, I don't want to come for this community, but sometimes y'all be taking stuff a little too far. Yeah, like y'all be a little OD. Just because he's a Pisces, just because he's a Scorpio, does not mean he's the one for you. Like, can we please stop this? It's honestly ridiculous, and it's kind of annoying. Like, some of y'all won't even talk to a dude just because he's the opposite sign of you. Some of y'all think a dude is in love with you because of his sign, and like base his personality and the way he acts, like, oh, he's not texting me back because he's a Scorpio, and Scorpios are so stuck in their ways, and this and that and that and this. It's like, no, he's not texting you back because he doesn't like you. He's not texting you back because he doesn't want you. Period, point blank. I hate to be that one, and I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but it's just what it is, okay? Let's stop. Not everything is a sign. Moving on. The next mistake that we make when it comes to these dudes is we shut down all our other options when a dude even looks at us. If a dude even breathes in our direction, we're like, oh my God, okay, time to cut off all my hoes. Time to start responding to these DMs. Stop trying to give the nice guy who is actually putting forth effort. It's time to cut all of them off and focus on the dude who like literally just said hi to us. Please don't be this girl. Please do not be this girl who literally shuts down all their options for one guy. That is the biggest mistake. Now, obviously, once y'all start talking for a while, y'all gotten to know each other, maybe y'all moving in a serious direction as far as your relationship, yes, obviously cut off all those other dudes. you should be loyal to that one person. But if y'all just meeting for the first time or just going on your first date, don't cut off all your other options. Like, you should be multi-dating. Like, I'm not saying multi-sexting. Like, don't be sexting everybody. Don't be kissing every single dude you're talking to. Don't be having sex with all these dudes. But you should be going on multiple dates, because you should be getting to know a lot of people and, you know, mingling in the dating world, so that you can figure out who you like, what you don't like, what type of personalities you don't like, what works well with you and your personality. So if you're like cutting off all your other options and you're just focusing on this one person, that's going to kind of mess up the way you think and the way you like, and mess up what you think you deserve and like who you think is right for you. Multi-date. Do not cut off everybody just because you meet one person. Don't do that. Do not do it. It's going to mess you up and bite you in the butt, and you're going to be sad. And I don't want us to be sad. We should be happy. Another huge mistake that we make is that we think whoever we're talking to at the time is the best we can do, which is why we continue to talk to someone who's complete trash, does not give us a time of day, doesn't put forth effort, does not show you that they actually like you. Like, you're so confused all the time. They're hot one moment, cold the next. No. These are all the wrong things. You can do way better than you are taking, okay? Put yourself first, always. Your mental is very important. Don't let anybody make you feel less than who you are and what you deserve. You got to remember that there is always somebody better. Always. There's always someone better than you. There's always someone prettier. There's always someone smarter. There's always someone more skilled and more experienced in areas that you are not. That doesn't mean you can never get there, but just always keep that in mind. So when you're focusing on a dude and you're sitting there like, why am I even looking elsewhere? Because he's the best that is out there. Like, he's the hottest out there, this and that. No, he is not. Don't ever put yourself in that mental box. That mental box is toxic. You should be giving yourself self-love. You should be, giving yourself positive self-talk. Don't let these dudes make you feel like you don't deserve any better. Do not put up with it. Don't put up with the mess that they're telling you. Even if they're not doing physical things that are unfaithful, if they're not even making you feel as though you are worth their time and all this, like, no, let them go. These dudes are not worth your peace. They're not worth your peace, and don't make them feel like they are. No, don't do that. You can do way better, and never forget that. Another mistake that us girls make is that we do not take things for what they are, like, ever. We always have an excuse for these dudes. Sometimes these people are just trash. Like, that's just what it is. They're just not good people. And even if they're good people, and they just don't know how to treat people, they don't know how to treat girls romantically, they're not mature in that way, they're not ready for commitment. And sometimes we as girls have a hard time with accepting that, so we have excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, they're just really busy at the moment. Oh my gosh, they're not ready for commitment. It's okay, it's me. No. If they're not texting you back, it's because they don't want to text you back. Somebody that likes you will put forth the effort to show you that they like you. They're not gonna ignore your text messages, not give you explanations as to why they're not responding to you, never pick up your phone calls, never check up on you, never take you out at reasonable times. They're not just gonna be calling you late at night. They're going to actually put forth the effort to make you feel worth it. Have y'all seen the Parkers? This is a good example of that. Like, Mrs. Parker literally chased Stanley, was that his name? Literally chased Stanley around all the time. He literally made it so clear verbally and physically that he did not want her. He made it very clear and apparent that he didn't like her at all. He like even talk about her appearance, so he didn't even find her attractive. He did not want to be with her, but she put so much effort in making him hers. Like, no, we need to stop doing this. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it like it is. It makes us look really, really dumb when we're chasing somebody who clearly does not like us. Because, I'm an overthinker, I'm gonna be honest. So my pride honestly won't let me do anything like this, because here's how I think. All right, let's say I'm hitting up a dude, he ain't responding, but I'm always hitting him up, always like texting him first, he never texts back, blase blase. In my mind, if I'm doing all of that, he's showing his guy friends like, yo, look at this girl I got wrapped around my finger. Maybe he's not doing that, but my pride would not allow me to let that happen. Like, to me, that's embarrassing. I don't care if I never hear that conversation happen between the dudes. I don't want that conversation to ever take place, because I am more than that. And no, I'm not just put on this earth to be chasing a dude around. If somebody's for me, they're gonna be for me, and that's just period. So you girls need to have that same mentality. If somebody's for you, they're gonna be for you, and they're gonna actually want you too. It should be equal effort put in. You shouldn't just be chasing this dude around and he just like, when I feel like it, I'll text her back. When I feel like it, I'll hit her up. Like, you should not just be someone that's a convenience for him. Like, whenever it works for him and works for his schedule, then he has time for you. That's a huge no, and it's disrespectful, and you should have more self-worth for yourself, and your whole life should not just be one guy. Ever. Even if y'all are together in a relationship, your life should not be that relationship. Your identity is not whether or not you're single or in a relationship. You are more than just being in a romantic relationship with somebody. You're way more than that. You should be comfortable in your independence and feel comfortable being alone. I feel like a lot of people nowadays aren't even comfortable being alone. Like, you're not comfortable being single. You don't know how to enjoy your alone time. Like, it's okay to be alone sometimes. I feel like it's very healthy, and it helps you to kind of get comfortable with yourself, just in case, let's say you're in a relationship and that relationship ends. You shouldn't be super sad that you're not in a relationship anymore. Obviously, it's okay to be sad that you lost whoever you were in love with or whatever the case may be, but you should know that you're going to be okay alone. And if you don't feel that while you're single, how are you going to be there in a relationship? Like, if you aren't comfortable alone now, how do you think you're going to be in a relationship? That's not healthy, and that's not a healthy start to any relationship. Just remember that there should never be any confusion when you are talking to somebody. If they like you, you will know it. You will know that they like you. Like, you won't be like, oh my gosh, I don't understand what this means. Is this a mixed signal? I don't know what this means. Like, it's okay to talk to your friends and kind of make sure you're not tripping and being like, I'm pretty sure he likes me, but like, you kind of show your friends the messages, or like tell your friends what they're doing. But if it's like literally you're going to your friends with everything that's happening between you and this other person because they're literally so confusing, they're like a whole algebra problem, that's a no. Cut that person off. They should not be more confusing than your classes are. Like, you know, no, they shouldn't feel like extra stress. They shouldn't feel like a homework assignment. They should not feel like a riddle. If they like you, it will be apparent. If someone likes you, they will put forth the effort. And it's so sad, because I feel like us girls, we experience dudes who actually do put forth the effort and like us, and we experience the exact opposite, but still we find ourselves always confused. Like, no, we know what we deserve, and we know what someone liking us looks like, but yet and still we always choose the dude who is showing the exact opposite of what we expect. Like, why do we do this? It's a huge mistake, and we should stop doing it. Okay. The last and final mistake that I feel like us girls make, which is a huge mistake, is we wrap our whole lives around this dude. Like, if you are, for example, you just graduated high school and you're going away to college, you should not be picking your colleges based on where your boyfriend is going. Like, no. And I put air quotes around that because you don't know whether or not y'all gonna last. Like, I hate to be negative Nancy, but you really don't know that. And even if y'all last forever, this is your high school sweetheart, blase blase, y'all grow old together and have like this wonderful story of how y'all met. You should never base huge life decisions around a dude, especially if this dude isn't even treating you right. Like, y'all have freaking bumps in y'all relationship, but yet and still you're willing to make huge life decisions based on this person. Do not do that. And don't make financial decisions either based on somebody. Like, decisions, don't make a lot of decisions that you cannot take back. Pick a college based on this person. Y'all don't date anymore. Okay, the only reason why you were going to this place is because of him. What is your passion? What do you like to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? Like, you've been focused on this person for so long that you realize you don't even know half the answers to these questions because you're too focused on this guy. Think of that. Remember that. Do not revolve your life around a guy until y'all are serious. And I feel like it should never, even when y'all are really serious and stuff like that, it should never be revolved around him. I feel like there should be a common ground. Y'all should be making compromises for each other. And honestly, until you're married to somebody, these huge decisions you're making shouldn't even be happening. Like, what? I'm only 20 years old. I'm not doing this for anybody. Like, why? I haven't even graduated college yet. There's no reason why I should even be thinking about these things with somebody else, especially if I just met them. Like, if I don't know your last name, if I don't know your favorite color, if I don't know what you like to eat, why am I thinking about our future? Like, this is just basic stuff, but I feel like us girls, we just rush into things too fast. And I'm not trying to put all the blame on us, because it's obviously mistakes are like a two-way street sometimes, but sometimes we have to take accountability. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I hope I helped somebody out there today, because I've been through a lot of this stuff, but as I'm growing older, I'm like realizing that I've made a lot of mistakes, and if I can prevent a lot of us girls from making those same mistakes, I will. So yes, that's all I have for today. Y'all got a little peek at my apartment, a tiny peek of the walls. I'm gonna do a video maybe on like showing my room, but I gotta get it to where I really like it. Like, I like it right now, but I want to add a little bit more stuff to the walls, make it look really cute, you know. But give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.